Hello, guys, and welcome to Cricket Caviar. Sanju Samson is brewing up a storm in Kerala Cricket League, and after a score of 121 of 51, the next two scores have been 89 of 46, and the next score has been 63 of 37 balls. And the three matches that have been played in over 5 days, the Kochi Blue Tigers, the side that Sally Samson, which is Sanju Samson's brother, has been captaining, has now won 2 out of 3, and it's been brilliant. I mean, Sanju started off slowly with a 13 of 22. He was batting at number 5, then he chose to open because Kochi Blue Tigers was chasing 237, and that knock was such a brilliant knock and a statement to the selectors that he should still be retained as an opener. But selectors unfortunately look like going for Shubman Gill as an opener, and we'll discuss about that. But that knock of 121 was phased out so brilliantly. In the power play itself, Kochi Blue Tigers, in a chase of 237, which was a pressure chase, they scored 100 runs in the 6 overs of power play, and it was beautiful to watch Sanju Samson, hit the gaps in the power play and play the aerial shots and race to 77 of just 24. So out of the 100 runs scored in the power play, Sanju scored 77 runs. And in the next match, and Kochi Blue Tigers actually did chase 237 with a last ball 6 from Ashik. Sanju actually slowed down there a bit when he was 92 of 33. He took 9 balls for his last 8 runs because he knows that now selectors are looking for that headline that if he's scoring a century or not, because obviously they don't care about the intent because they don't pick intent players like Sanju and Shreyas Iyer. So he went for that 100, and after that 100 he again scored a quick 21 runs in the next 9 balls, and it was a last ball 6 from Ashik that won that match. And in the next 2 matches, Sanju again scored a brilliant 89 of 46, and that was chased down actually by Trivandrum team. I think it was Shijamon who absolutely finished it brilliantly with a last ball 4. And then in the next match again he scored a 62 of 37 where Kochi Blue Tigers won. So I hope the selectors are watching. I know that Sridharan Shriram, who is part of the selection panel, is also on the commentary panel. He's been watching and he's been praising those knocks. But I know when it comes to Asia Cup, they will probably open with Shubman Gill, which is very sad. Then comes Shreyas Iyer, man, what he has to do to earn a selection, because last year, if you remember, all the social media and all the cricket, so-called ex-cricketers were crying about Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli not playing the Duleep Trophy. But this time, the Duleep Trophy and the BCCI SOP has been totally forgotten. If you see KL Rahul, Ravindra Jadeja and Washington Sundar, who, at least Washington Sundar is in the, reserves for Asia Cup, but KL Rahul and Ravindra Jadeja, they are not even in the reserves of Asia Cup, and they've had a month-long break now. So why are they not playing Duleep Trophy? And even the South Zone matches, they have given a direct qualification to semi-final, and the matches will start only next week. So they've had a more than 1 month break, and you should ask the question that why KL Rahul keeps skipping these matches and still gets selected for Team India, while Shreyas Iyer last year missed 1 Ranji match for some back discomfort, and he was told that you're a bad boy and you'll never be selected. So what is wrong with this Indian selection committee and Indian management that cannot stay consistent with their SOPs? Because last year all the hue and cry was about Rohit and Kohli not playing Duleep Trophy, and all the other international players were forced to play the Duleep Trophy. So why now there is no rage against KL Rahul skipping this Duleep Trophy? And of course, Shubman Gill also cited illness and did not play the game for North Zone, who are playing Eastern Zone. Obviously Shubman Gill has been given those privileges from the start of his career. तो यहाँ पे what I would like to say is कि मतलब यार बहुत हो गया यार. Everything has been revolving around Gill and KL Rahul. That's two cricketers that India have marked. आप देखो अंबती रायडू, he was suddenly replaced by KL Rahul in that 2019 World Cup. If you see Mayank Agarwal, he was suddenly replaced by KL Rahul. Then he was replaced by Shubman Gill. And then actually Hanuma Vihari, who was a promising player, was replaced by KL Rahul in the middle order. So all these players are being shown the door, and only Gill and KL Rahul are being protected. And Mayank Agarwal has no chance to make a comeback. No one else has a chance to make a comeback, but you will allow that room to Shubman Gill that, okay, if you failed as an opener, we are going to back you as a number 3. You failed as a number 3, we are going to back you as a number 4. So all those relaxations are being given to Shubman Gill. And KL Rahul, he's been given the tag of a flexible player that you can play at number 5, number 6, whatever position. Indian team literally carried him for 2 T20 World Cups where he was so poor. He was playing out maiden overs versus Zimbabwe in the T20 World Cup. But Indian team were carrying him. He had a failed Asia Cup campaign. 2 World Cups he failed. By Asia Cup, I mean the Asia Cup T20. He was such a poor T20 opener, and you kept playing him because he got some 500 meaningless runs in the IPL, which had no impact for the team. When will the selectors start differentiating formats, and when will they realize the role of impact players in T20 cricket? Clearly, they have no clue. It's just biases and pushing their favorite players randomly to the vice captaincy position without any sense. How did Shubman Gill come back? Like someone even commented, like even if you compare the stats of Sanju Samson and Abhishek Sharma, and I thank that viewer for commenting that. Thank you so much that you commented on our last video that, since Abhishek Sharma made debut, Sanju Samson average is in T20 cricket is actually better than Abhishek Sharma. And the strike rate is, okay, maybe Abhishek Sharma has flown brilliantly. His strike rate is 193. Sanju Samson's strike rate is 171. Still higher than Gill's T20I strike rate of 129. So how did, selectors make this assessment that, okay, Abhishek Sharma is a sure shot position. He's locked in for the Asia Cup, but not Sanju Samson, is a question to be asked. Of course, there's a hint of recency bias that Sanju Samson struggled versus Jofra Archer in the most recent T20 series that India played versus England. But let's not forget, guys, that Abhishek Sharma also struggled. Apart from 1 century versus Zimbabwe, he also struggled in that series. Then he struggled quite a bit on the bouncy pitches of South Africa, where Sanju Samson actually scored 2 T20I hundreds. Abhishek Sharma also struggled versus high pace of someone like Taskin in that Bangladesh series, and didn't make any runs. So, such a big recency effect was taken into consideration just because, Sanju failed in that England series. So, based on that, I think if we count the series that KL Rahul and Shubman Gill have failed, they should have been dropped much, much earlier and should have never given a chance to come back. But they have been back long enough. So, Shubman Gill, for example, was given 31 tests. He didn't make any major contribution except for that England series where a tired Jimmy Anderson was bowling to him, and there he capitalized and told him that you have to retire, mate, and he capitalized on that aspect and made some runs in that home series where even Sarfaraz Khan was making runs. Even Dhruv Jurel, who made a debut, was made runs. I don't know. I don't understand this logic at all. And now, where is Dhruv Jurel? Where is Sarfaraz Khan? They are nowhere to be seen. Dhruv Jurel got 1 odd test match or something in whole England tour, and in Australia tour, based on his India A good performances, also he got 1 test match. After Rohit Sharma came, KL Rahul was suddenly moved up from number 6 to number 1 just to retain him. And Rohit Sharma was made to bat at number 6, which he continued for another test match. Then he came out to open. He had no rhythm to open, and KL Rahul had flopped by that time. And just Indian selectors made a mess of that crucial BGT series where we had to win to compete for the WTC cycle. Anyway, this WTC cycle has just started. Many people are just flying around now because India has leveled the series 2-all versus England. We will see the effects whether this was a true reflection of Indian cricket or it was just a poor show from England, and the quality of pitches that they gave to the batting friendly pitches that they gave to Indian batsmen actually helped them to overperform. Or you can say the England were quite poor in this series with their bowling attack and even their batting attack. And since Jimmy Anderson's and Stuart Broad's retirement, Stokes has made some questionable calls, which has led to this Indian team becoming giving a false indicator to us that they are actually going to be, WTC jams just by drawing a series 2-2. That was also done by the scruff, by the skin of their teeth on the last day. Otherwise, this series was also lost 3-1. And commentators and experts kept telling about the poor captaincy of Gill. Obviously, he was not expected to win the world on his captaincy debut, but still he showed a lot of tactical miscalculation in each of the tests for which India could not win the series. Still, his batting prowess actually overpowered all the thinking, all the logic, and he has been made vice captain of T20 team, and we have been told a brilliant lie by the selectors that, of course, Sanju Samson was playing only because Shubman Gill was not available, so Sanju Samson was playing. Like, Indian fans are foolish and we don't have any memory. Of course, Shubman Gill was available for South Africa tour. Of course, he was available for the Bangladesh when they visited India. He was available for all this series, barring you can say that England series he was not available because the team was preparing for Champions Trophy. Even there in that squad, Varun Chakravarti actually got the ticket to Champions Trophy because of that T20 series, 5-match T20 series. So they could have actually played Shubman Gill. So just saying something on the press conference doesn't make any sense. Now, coming to Shreyas Iyer, see, he's been labelled as the bad boy and nothing can get him selected because selectors don't want that bad boy. KL Rahul and Shreyas Iyer both missed that England series where Shubman Gill, Dhruv Jurel, Sarfaraz Khan, all these guys got hundreds, but Dhruv Jurel didn't get 100, he got a 90. But all these guys, KL Rahul and Shreyas Iyer both skipped that series. KL Rahul told that I have a serious injury. He was flown to London. But Shreyas Iyer, he said that I have a back discomfort. BCCI told him it's not an injury, you have to play Ranji Trophy. He missed 1 or 2 Ranji matches, once versus Nagaland or someone, and then he was like, no, we don't want you, you're a bad boy. And same treatment was given to Ishan Kishan. Both the central contracts were cancelled. And after that, of course, when they were about to drop Shreyas Iyer, but Virat Kohli got a small niggle for one ODI, then they brought back Shreyas Iyer, who was one of the best players of the ODI World Cup in 2023. He delivered, was taken to the Champions Trophy where he top scored, and then he came to IPL on Punjab Kings, being the most expensive player in a T20 tournament. And he delivered big time for Punjab Kings, taking a franchisee which never qualifies for any playoffs directly to the finals. And there, okay, he didn't win them the tournament, but he almost carried that batting lineup, which had small contributions from Prabh Simran, Priyansh Arya, Josh Inglis came much later. He carried that batting lineup single-handedly and took them to the finals, but no value was given to the selectors because he is a bad boy. But yes, we will value Shubman Gill, who scored some 500 runs with his useless 130 strike rate, which actually led to their last few losses, where you can see he's shell-shocked by Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Vaibhav Suryavanshi is just smacking it all around, and Gill doesn't even care to appreciate him. He said it's just his day. Shows what a toxic kind of person Shubman Gill is. Now, he also suddenly his bad form came in the last phase of IPL. His slow starts hampered the team, and they were leading the points table once, and then they almost came to the 4th spot and just about made the playoffs, and there they lost to Mumbai Indians. And they were about to make the top 2, but they lost the eliminator itself to Mumbai Indians and got eliminated. So now my point is, okay, maybe Sanju didn't have a great IPL, he was out for injury, but Shreyas Iyer had a great IPL. You did not select Shreyas Iyer, you did not use the IPL stats Only for Jitesh Sharma you made a consideration for IPL. Why didn't you make a consideration for Krunal Pandya? Why didn't you make a consideration for Namandir, who actually outstood Shubman Gill, played as a finisher with 190 strike rate? You didn't make a consideration for Vipraj Nigam, Digvesh Rathi, and Vipraj Nigam could have been a long-term solution for India's number 8 problem, which has been a perennial problem across all formats. So our selectors don't believe in doing any problem solving. They just want to push Shubman Gill and KL Rahul anywhere that they can fit. Of course, KL Rahul is now beleaguered from T20 cricket. He was not even about not to be picked in the auction. Okay, Delhi Capitals picked him. He played his own way there without making much of an impact. Delhi Capitals didn't even qualify for the playoffs. Sanju had a poor IPL. Shreyas had a great IPL. Sanju got injured also, which led to Vaibhav Suryavanshi's find. He's been batting brilliantly for India, except barring one series. He's been batting brilliantly for India. Our T20 team has, since T20 World Cup started, they have won all the matches except for one match versus England, which was lost on the account of Hardik Pandya's weird strategy. And we lost one match in South Africa also. Apart from those two losses and one loss versus Zimbabwe, we have been quite brilliant. We even won in Sri Lanka, where Sanju even got ducks. We won there. That time Abhishek Sharma was not in the team also. But then since Abhishek and Sanju joined forces, they've been brilliant together. They've looked like modern T20 players who want to maximize the power play. And if you see what Sanju is doing in the Kerala Cricket League, he's scoring 100 in the power play, 80 in the power play. So you need those kind of players in the power play, because pitches which are made for T20 are good pitches that will suit batting and that will allow other opposition batters they will also take risks. Now even if you see Pakistan side, they've dropped Babar and Rizwan as openers who used to play safe cricket, and they've gone for Saib Zada, Farhan, Saeem Ayub, who play more attacking cricket. So what happened to India? Why suddenly you place a defensive opener? And how do you fit Sanju Samson now that you have named Shubman Gill as the vice captain? You can't fit him because, lower down the order, of course, Jitesh is a better fit. He's been playing in that position for years. So obviously you will go for Jitesh Sharma, and you will apply all kind of logic there, the correct logic there to go with Jitesh Sharma. But here you did not apply the correct logic to select Shubman Gill as an opener. When there are 3 or 4 openers, even Prabhsimran Singh would have been a better option than Shubman Gill. You could have selected Vaibhav Suryavanshi, Yashasvi Jaiswal. But you totally forgot your continuity, and you said, okay, Shreyas Iyer was not playing T20s for a lot of time, so we are not selecting him. Obviously, we have to take care of continuity. But you suddenly inserted Shubman Gill into the team without caring for any continuity. Same thing happens for KL Rahul in ODIs, and all this thing actually, Shreyas Iyer complained about in that ODI where he actually made his comeback versus England, and he told that I only played because Virat Kohli got injured. And weird things have happened, in the Asia Cup, last Asia Cup, ODI Asia Cup, KL Rahul actually took my spot. So without naming KL Rahul, he actually said that KL Rahul took my spot when Ishan Kishan was still playing in that Asia Cup. If you remember, Ishan Kishan also made one good contribution in a rained out match, 82 runs. And there you had Shreyas Iyer batting at number 4. Then Shreyas Iyer had a back problem. KL Rahul came and hit a supporting second fiddle 100, where Virat Kohli finished off with a bang and made his place. India scored 356. And then there was no looking back for KL. Obviously, Shreyas also came back. Ishan was then ousted, and we reached the finals of 2023 World Cup, where KL again screwed up. So, tell me guys, what do you think of this? And what is this problem where Sanju and Shreyas are the outlaws and KL and Gill are the boys who have been accepted into, they can do anything, they can get away with anything if they miss Dulip Trophy matches, if they don't want to play a few series, he's not available. Shubman Gill was not available for the T20 series. That means he opted out of T20 series. and then he has been inserted back. So India has some 15 to 16 T20s after this, and there will be Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy also. So let's see what happens, what transpires. It will be very interesting to see the development. February is the time when we have to settle on our T20 lineup. But by what Ajit Agarkar said, and Surya Kumar Yadav was obviously looking so spineless in front of him. It just looks like they're trying to push Shubman Gill as a all-format captain. And someone even asked him that are you trying to push Shubman Gill as a captain? And he said he openly accepted, yes. The Test captaincy didn't affect his batting, and that was the judgment of his captaincy. That the Test captaincy didn't affect his batting. He scored exceeded expectations in England. So we are going to also push him as a T20 captain in the leadership, and he's saying that in front of Surya Kumar Yadav, who has been the T20 captain, that he's probably going to lead the side in the future. Maybe after this T20 World Cup cycle, he will be the captain of T20 team. And it just doesn't make any sense. And you've got to feel, you've got to sympathize with Shreyas Iyer, and his dad also gave a statement that and even Brad Haddon, actually, who's an Australian, who's an outsider, but he was involved with Punjab Kings, and he also made a statement that probably Shreyas Iyer should have been the captain of this team. At least, if not captain, at least select him as a player. But you didn't even select him as a player. So I don't know where this whole thing will end up, but it just looks like every time Indian selectors, Team India is in a spot, they'll try to push Shubman Gill and KL Rahul. And we had casualties like Ambati Rayudu, Hanuma Vihari, Mayank Agarwal in the past, and similarly many casualties, many side effects will follow. I mean, it looks like that because, when Yashasvi Jaiswal totally outperformed Shubman Gill at the opener spot, that could have been the end of Shubman Gill's career. Just like what happened to Mayank Agarwal when he failed in a few matches, could not make a comeback after that. But yes, Shubman Gill was invested in for 31 test matches, and actually the test match in England was the 32nd test match that he played. So a lot of players don't even get a single test matches. Abhimanyu Ishwaran is still struggling on the sidelines. I'm not saying Abhimanyu Ishwaran has done great in whatever A games opportunity he has done. Dhruv Jurel has actually done well. But yeah, these players are being kept on the sidelines. But Shubman Gill is getting that advantage. KL Rahul is now, thank God they realized it after that Alex Hales and Butler bashing in Adelaide 174-0 that KL Rahul will not be in the T20 squad. So he was dropped for the 2024. Remember guys, the one World Cup that we have won in the last few years, how many years has been without Shubman Gill and KL Rahul, despite them being a constant presence in all the sides. We won the World Cup without them. So does it count for nothing? Let me know guys, what do you think about this in the comment section. Thank you for watching Cricket Caviar, and please do subscribe our channel and like and share.